They got this controversy going on right now at ESPN, and part of what we do here is also discuss sports in relation to what we do to inform the people. Now, you have a anchor by the name of Rachel Nichols. She works at ESPN. She's actually akin to Diane Sawyer. Now, if you don't know anything about Diane Sawyer, people within my age group definitely know who Diane Sawyer is. She's been a journalist at ABC for a long time. Now, Disney owns all of that, ABC, ESPN, etc. Right? So basically, she got her in, Rachel Nichols. Now, Rachel Nichols have been at ESPN, for definitely a while. And you have our sister Maria Taylor, came in to the company down the line. So the controversy that's going on right now is that there was a tape that was leaked by LeBron James, longtime advisor. She was speaking to him to basically, vent and get some advice. But I want you to hear the clip that's really, out there and going viral right now within the sports world. But I want you to hear exactly how she's talking about Maria Taylor. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
They said to me, hey, instead of hosting the NBA Finals, why don't you do Doris's silent reporter job for the NBA Finals? Because guess what that would clear the way for? For Maria to do the hosting for us. Yeah. So, I have declined. I don't know what their next move is, but they are feeling pressure because of all of that. And I'm trying to figure out how to just, my thing is that I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football, she covers basketball. If you need to give her more things to do because you're feeling pressure about your crappy one-time record on diversity, which by the way I myself know personally from the female side of it, go for it. Just, find it somewhere else. You're not going to find it with me.
Let me tell sister something. I'm telling you just as your brother. I've seen it so many times. When it comes to those little, as we say, Mzungu women, they're not your friends. They've never been your friend. The more educated you are, the more talented you are. Because bottom line, for you to get jobs like that, you got to be talented. You have to be educated. Because here in America, a black man and a black woman have to be 10 times better than any mediocre person within Rachel's group. Understand? That's just the way they set it up. So if you actually got there, you deserve it. Rachel, she only got in through nepotism. Let's just call it what it is. People within Rachel's group are the kings and queens of nepotism. They don't earn anything. Oh, I got this position. Let me go ahead and get you in. Don't have the education, don't have the experience. And I know many of you have seen this in your jobs in the past. So she's sitting up here saying that Maria is a diversity hire. Now, that sounds like some old white supremacist talk. That's what they say about black people. Anytime a black person get a job over them, or they get replaced by a black person, or a black person, outshines them in something. Oh, the only reason you got that job because of diversity or affirmative action. When this diversity hire crap, let's talk about that. The affirmative action, do you know more white women benefit from affirmative action than any other group? Do you know that? See, affirmative action was okay when Rachel gets a job, but it's not okay when Maria gets a job that's rightly deserved. And Maria just better at what, she do than Rachel. Just bottom line. Maria is a younger woman. Maria actually played basketball. Rachel never played basketball. Okay. So what is the problem? See, people like Rachel do not like to lose a thing to black women at all. And some of you sisters, you be trying to getting all cozy with people like Rachel on the job, and the whole time they backstabbing you. They don't want you around. Listen what she said. She said that, they want to give her something to do. She do cover football and basketball. That's fine. Just go give it to her somewhere else. In other words, don't come around my job. Why my situation getting taken away? Now they trying to say is, and I got to play Steven Jackson here in a minute. But before I do, Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown has been calling out Rachel Nichols way before this. He's been calling out Steven Jackson and definitely Charlamagne the God. He's been calling out Matt Barnes. He's been calling out all these guys. And now everything that Kwame Brown has been saying now is coming to light now. Now, this is the most sucker, shucking and jiving, bootlicking video I'm about to show you. I want you to hear Steven Jackson. I want you to hear him. What he says in response to that video. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
We all ramble. We say things when we frustrated, and you know, Rachel did deserve that job. It's just plain and simple. I talked to Rachel, and I know a lot of things she was saying out of frustration because ESPN put her in a bad position, and they even put Maria in a position of trying to give Maria a sympathy job. They was trying to make themselves look good because all the Black Lives Matter and the George Floyd stuff was going on. So ESPN tried to make themselves look good by taking the job from Rachel that she had already had, that they'd already told her she had, that she deserved, and give it to Maria just to make themselves look good. It wasn't a genuine job they wanted to give Maria. It's ESPN is behind all this, bro. It's all their fault. You know what I'm saying? I can't blame Rachel. I love Rachel, and I'm going to stand behind her. I spoke to her, and I'm going to stand behind Maria, too. But ESPN, y'all some suckers. Y'all some suckers because y'all did this. Y'all tried to give Maria a job, and it wasn't genuine. And look what happened. Come on, man. It's all ESPN fault. We love both of them.
Now, Steven Jackson, that was so despicable. And you know, y'all been on a roll here lately. You see, it's some of y'all black folks here in America that when Miss Ann get in trouble, you coming like a little slave to defend Miss Ann. And you know who else that done that? Well, even with the Bill Cosby situation. That had really technically nothing to do with our community if you want to get down with it. It really didn't. It wasn't a bunch of black women that said anything about Bill Cosby. Maybe one, if that. And there was no evidence. Judge Joe Brown did a phenomenal desecration of Mark Lamont Hill trying to come up with some BS about the law and the statues and everything like that. So if you've never seen that, please go watch Judge Joe Brown. Well, you know how he really explained the law and why Bill Cosby went home, right? But all this caping for Miss Ann, I seen with black folk. Steven Jackson caping for Miss Ann. Miss Ann don't ever be caping for you. Kwame Brown said how much this woman be trashing black men. But you sitting up here caping for Rachel. This is why these people still in the position that they're in. Maybe if black people would cape for themselves, why don't you caping for Maria? That's the person you're supposed to be caping for. Listen, I don't care what the situation is. At the end of the day, I'm going to side with my sister all day long over Rachel. It's just how it's going to be. Because Rachel going to side with her men over me any day. And Steven Jackson, you know, you just basically made everything that Kwame Brown said about you 100% accurate. Nobody said he was lying, but you just came out and made him accurate. You really did. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be running circles on videos about you now because you didn't prove them right in this situation. I can't stand a despicable black dude like that. I can't stand it. You know, if I jump on a woman doing that, and I jump on a black dude doing that too. Maria Taylor, you know, she's professional. You know, sister good at what she do. And you want to sit up here and side with Miss Ann that been there a long time that didn't even deserve that freaking job versus a black woman that actually played basketball? Where's your loyalty, brother? That's the issue. You know, it's a time to be loyal. When it comes to this situation in America, let's call it what it is. Everybody has to deal with themselves and their group. It's not all that kumbaya all the time, especially when it comes to capitalism. It's no kumbaya. But the reason why sometimes we stay losing as black people because we always taking our energy defending Miss Ann and Massa over here instead of defending our own. But, you know, I want you sisters that's watching this to see this, how people like Rachel get down, even on your job right now that you at right, trust me, they act like they your friend until you get a promotion. And I know some of you in the comments can say, oh yeah, that happened to me. Oh yeah, Phil, that happened to me. I don't trust in women at all. I don't. I have no trust. I seen the dirt they do. I see the things they do behind the scenes. Oh, no. And some of you sisters, please take heed. But Maria, you know, do your job. And I know Maria's contract, as they say, was supposed to be coming up. Now, if Disney or, you know, ESPN was doing good on quote unquote diversity, then that's their issue to deal with. The fact is, not like they fired you and say, hey, Rachel, you fired today because Maria going to take your job. They didn't fire you. They just said they want you to go do something else. They just say, hey, we're going to cut your pay and all that. They didn't even say that. They didn't even say that. You want all these access to brothers all day and think you're important like nobody else can come in. You know, see, I mean, when I first started seeing women do things like ESPN and all that, because I remember at one point in time, there was nothing but men. It was men on court side, men doing the commentating, all of that, right? And I remember when they started introducing them, and I'm like, I was keeping it 100 how I felt when I saw it at the time. I say, why is it they aren't doing women's sports? Like, women play different sports, and women's sports need commentating. You know, why aren't they doing that and getting women that played those sports to do the commentating? You know, and I remember when I saw the change. Now, some of you never seen, a time where, because some of you may be millennials and on, you haven't seen a time where there's nothing but men doing men's sports. It was like that at one point in time. But okay, you have some come in, some have actually been good with the situation, but then sometimes stuff gets jumped off because women are there, certain comments is being said and all of that. And you know how that goes. And that's why some men like, oh God, here we go. Because coming in those men's spaces, now they got to really clamp down on their mouth and all different things that they normally would say. But that's, just a little, past on that. But Maria, she shouldn't feel bad about none of this situation. Rachel apologized, of course, like they always do. But what's the point of apologizing? You said what you said. What you said behind the scenes is how you felt. And Steven Jackson, you despicable, shucking and jiving bootlick. Defending Miss Ann like she needs you to defend her. Because I guarantee you, that same Rachel Nichols, you do something stupid, she going to be on talking about you all day long. She's not going to defend you, you bootlick. God, I can't stand no dude like that. Let them people deal with their own problems. If you ain't got nothing nice to say or you can't defend the community, shut the hell up. Just stay out of it. But no, you always got to stick your neck out. Always. It's just so annoying. But y'all leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation with Maria Taylor and Rachel Nichols. I'm like I said, bottom line, I'm just so sick and tired of black folk defending Miss Ann and Master so much. If you take that same energy and defend our own community, we'll get somewhere.